Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Blimey, that was some kind of landing rate, wasn't it, when the screen changed? Let's hope we can do better than that tonight as we take us to Jackson Hole, a new release, an airport I have never visited, probably didn't even know it existed, to be honest. But this is a new airport that has been released. There is a link in the video description if we want to check out some screenshots of that as well. It looks amazing, and from the location of the airport, I've had a quick look at the charts, obviously, before we set up and started planning the flight, etc. What a view this should be. The scenery looks absolutely stunning. As we're going to Jackson Hole, it almost looks, I've never seen it in the sim. I've never been in real life, of course, but I've never been here in the sim. But from what I can see from the charts, it almost looks like a little bit of an Innsbruck, and it's so high. I think it's like 6,000 feet above sea level. So lots of things to think about as we head down there today. We're in Denver for our departure. We're flying United today, United 2064, and we're on that sim. We've also got some ATC that's just logged on as well, so that's quite nice. Yeah, strange part of the world for me, and always good fun. I've said before on stream, I really do like flying in America. It's just something a bit different about it. Different way of the ATC working as well, of course. So yeah, should be good. So welcome on board, everyone. Just coming to see you guys taking your seats. Our amazing channel members also coming as well. Good evening, guys. Hey, DC Hawk Gaming, Vince, J-Hog is petrified at the thought of Innsbruck. Nick, welcome to Captain Level channel membership, mate. That is incredible support so early on as well. Thank you so much, Nick, for that. Hey Kevin, good to see you as well. Morgas as well. Nick says his curiosity overcame him, so he's become a captain for a month. Nick, that is awesome. Thank you so much. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. It's very generous for anyone that supports the channel. So yeah, this should be a great flight. And hello to those of you also watching on Twitch as well. Hi guys, thank you for joining us. So yeah, we've got a couple of things going off tonight. We've got our stream. Well, I rarely do this, but we're going to have our initial stream, which is going to be this flight showing off Jackson Hole, and then we're going to flick over, and I've got a special members-only stream coming up a little bit later on this evening for Tier 2, Tier 3 members, the VIP members. So that'll be a little bit of fun later on. Right. Well, as for this flight, let's get going. Let's have a look at first of all, I want to have a look at Denver, because I don't know Denver at all. So let me just bring up, where's my tablet? No, there it is. Yeah, so this is Denver at all. I've just got an approach shot on here just because I just want to see the terrain around Denver. I think most of the terrain's actually behind us. We are looking to depart off 34 left today, which is fine. So we're actually flying away from the terrain of Denver Airport. So my knowledge of geographical landscapes in the USA is very poor. I know a little bit about the eastern seaboard, but that is about it. I'm completely in unfamiliar territory for this. So yeah, I just wanted to check that out as well. Thomas, I am very well, thank you. I've had a bit of a busy back end to last week, hence why there was no streams or videos or anything, but hopefully going to make up for it a little bit more at the moment. I'm really bogged down at the minute. I say bogged down, I shouldn't say that, because it's my kids. It's school holidays, isn't it? So anybody who is a parent will know what that is like. So trying to carve out time to fit in work, fit in streams, fit in videos, that kind of stuff. It's just all a little bit difficult at the moment. But Thomas, that is incredible support. Thank you so much for that, kicking off, as I say, our stream with some incredible support today as well. Also from Klaus Chrono, welcome to our First Officers Club as well, Klaus. And Nick, our supreme channel member leader, our very first member ever, now a training captain for 41 months. It really has been 41 months. The channel is coming up to, is it 3 or 4 years old? No, it can't be 4. It might be. It could be 4 years old. This September, I think. Someone's gonna have to check on that for me, but that is incredible support, Nick. Thank you so much, mate. Nick, one of our members, and of course our mod as well, also supporting us over on Twitch is Nick as well. Amazing, mate. Thank you so much. Right, let me grab the operational flight plan up. where is that? Oh, not even got the tablet loaded yet. So our pushback time is about half an hour, so we'll have to try and rattle through this as safely as we can. There we go. So yeah, we're not heavy, so that's fine. Denver is also the alternate, basically returning back here. Cost index of 5. I don't know what United's cost index actually is in real life. So off 3-4 left, there's a Darth 1 departure, and flight time is only about an hour, but should be some great views. Should be a busy flight, prepping a lot of stuff. Hey, Organ Aviator, good to see you in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well. So, what we got? CNR's 3.6. Yeah, that's fair enough. Plug is just over 6.5 tons. What's the weather like? That looks okay. In fact, the skies here in Denver, it looks awesome, but it's 30 degrees. What time is it in the US at the moment in Denver? It's about midday, so I'm guessing, isn't it? So that probably makes sense for why it's so warm. That part of the USA anyway is quite warm indeed. Oh, the weather's looking good for our approach, so that's good. Nice 11 knot crosswind for departure, so that could be fun. Yeah, but Jackson Hole's looking good, all the 9s, perfect. Let's have a look at our weather brief. 10-mile visibility, or above clear, light and variable winds, so yeah, lovely. So I'm not going to worry too much about the weather. That should be fine. And then we've got our flight routes. It's not a massive flight tonight, but that doesn't matter. And then, yeah, there's nothing there that jumps out at me as been alarming. Look at that, though. That's the terrain. Look, off Denver, top of climb there, but then look as we are coming in. So a little bit of energy management might be needed tonight, which is always great fun. Love doing stuff like that. The NOTAMs for Denver, is that just going to be absolutely huge? Or are we just going to gloss over these? Of course, in real life, we should go through and see if any of these are actually going to pay attention and be a problem for us. We're off 3-4 left tonight. I don't see anything written down that's going to affect us there. I don't even know where we're going to taxi. I mean, this airport is huge, isn't it? Absolutely huge. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, what fuel we're going to take? Let's have a quick look. Okay, well, we'll probably round that up to 7 tons. The weather's not the problem, but if we did need to do a go around, there is a lot of terrain, and it's quite a long go around because of that terrain. So maybe throw a little bit more on there just because of that. So we'll tell ground crew to take 7 tons. Jayhawk says it's 11:33. Oh, so there's 7 hours, right? 7 hours behind here where we are in the UK. Then that's fine. Oh, actually, I've just realised it actually says it at the top of the tablet, doesn't it? That is the Fenix doing its thing. I never really look at that. Top left of the tablet there, you can actually see the local time and Zulu time, so that's quite neat. Night Power, mate, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. So then on to runway 19, which is an ILS approach, so that's fine. Okay, so know what fuel we're taking. Let's go find our aircraft, then we'll go through the charts whilst we're setting her up. Where is the aircraft? Let me just have a quick look, and there she is. So let's see if we can get GSX to come alive. Let's just tell it we want 7 tons of fuel, and hopefully GSX will spawn in. Yeah, there we are. Beautiful. Yeah, and I think I said we've got some ATC, haven't we? Yeah, Denver ground is online. We've got some ATC, so we'll listen to that as well before we go any further. Right, let's jump on board then. So let us go through the preliminary checks. We're in a turnaround state as per usual. So we've got the packs are off, pumps are off. We're on external power. Flying this with EasyJet swaps, of course. That should be set to captain. All of those are fine. Seatbelt signs are off. Refueling about to take place. Lights are off apart from that logo lights. So yeah, all is good. I've got the pre-conditioned air just because it was so warm. So if we have a look outside now, yeah, they're just monitoring this down here. It's 31 degrees outside. So we're keeping the cabin nice and cool, comfortable temperature for the passengers when they start to board. We've got spoilers, flaps, parking brake, gear extension. That's fine. And yeah, we'll grab the ATIS in a minute. We'll just check the AOC menu and call the oops, not that. Get our flight in a request. All done. Lewis Perez says, "Hi, I'm new to the channel. Been watching the videos to support my type rating. Start next week. Videos have been really useful." Lewis, that is awesome. Please do make sure you keep coming back in and let us know how you're getting on, Lewis. Because yeah, that sounds very, very exciting. Hope you enjoy it as well. I'm sure you will. Right, so yeah, that's all been pulled in. That's fine. Let me grab the ATIS then before we go any further, and then we're going to start plugging things into the box. So where are we? Frequency is what is it? Departure frequency 134025.
The transponder on and squawking assigned code in movement area event before calling for pushback. Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
So,
Denver International Airport departure information Foxtrot 1653 Zulu. West 040 at 17 gust 23. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 10,000. Few clouds at 15,000. Few clouds at 22,000. Temperature 31. 2.11. Altimeter 3026. Departing runway 8. Runway 34 left. Aircraft must read back assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Read back all runway assignments. Notices to air mission. Bird activity vicinity airport. ASDEX system in use. Have mode C transponder on and squawking assigned code in movement area event before calling for pushback. Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Okay, so we've got all the details there. You'll notice it said they use ACARS. They do, but they actually use, in the US, they use vPilot to send their ACARS messages, which I have already got. So let me just bring this on screen and we can see that for ourselves. So our pre-departure clearance, our call sign United 2064, departure in Denver, Jackson Hole, and here is our routes on the Darth 1, altitude 360, squawk is 1414, so I'm going to pop that in now. 1414. So that's done. Climb by the SID. 10 minutes. Departure for 34 left. That's fine. Contact with ATIS for push. Lovely. All right. Well, now we've got all that sorted. Let's continue setting the aircraft up. So QNH is altimeter is 3026. That is set. Audio control panel. Make sure that's being monitored.
Advise on initial contact.
VHF2. Yeah, that's monitored. That's fine. Let's turn those up. Shall we? Switching panels, fine. Thrust levers, engine mode, master selection, they're all good. Squawk code is in. Constraints on. Right, let's check the charts then. Start looking at the information that we need for the departure. So, already had a quick look at the chart with regards to our taxi. We're at stand Bravo 22. Let's have a look. Renlin says that 80 sounded like a full-on audiobook. Right, so we're at Bravo 22, so where are we going there? I think we haven't pushed back onto, well, we should go back to Alpha November. I'm not quite sure what GSX will do. But have a look at the standard taxi routes here. Standard taxi to the east, no. Standard taxi to the west. Yeah, okay, that's what we're doing. We are Concourse B, south side. Taxi Alpha November towards the ramp control, marking 3 whiskey, hold short of Golf and contact ground. So that would be there. 3 whiskey, basically. Hold there, contact ground. However, we're going to contact them for push, so they're doing it a little bit different, I think. But that's fine. So then what we can expect then is pushback, taxi then via Alpha November, and then it'll be the Golf or Foxtrot, and then from there, where is this? Yeah, there we go, Bravo 22. The Golf or Foxtrot down here, and then Whiskey Alpha for full length departure on 3-4 left. Let's have a look at the departure itself then. That is, looks pretty straightforward actually, doesn't it? So straight out, climb via the SID. MSA is 10-2. 3-4 left for us. Yeah, climb runway heading. Once about 6,000 feet, it's direct and Carter. 10,000 feet, track 330. Yeah, so it's all I said. But the initial climb is flight level 230. I would imagine we may get something a little bit lower than that from ATC, and they might just tell us to expect something a little bit later on. In fact, what was it? 10,000 feet on track, at or below 11, then track checks 13, then on to crash Yami at or above 17. Top climb is 2-3. Okay, I'll put 17 in the air, in the altitude window, and leave that there. ATC can tell us if they want anything different. No terrain on our departure though, so that all looks okay. Right, let's go through the box and set her up. Havoc says at Denver, you'll likely get asked to push back to the first line, so just push direct back once cleared and taxi from there. We will see, Havoc. Again, this is the thing I like about flying in America. Things are slightly different, aren't they? Right, so just check the usual stuff. IRS, got 3 now greens. Yeah, they're fine. Aircraft status, yeah, Eric's cycle is valid until Thursday, I believe that is. Doors are open. Is GSX loading passengers in? Oh yeah, I think so. Cool. Right then, so onto the init request. Joseph, will I be streaming tomorrow? I'm not sure, Joseph. I don't even know what's happening tomorrow yet. So United, where are we? United 2064, cost index 5. Where's my flight plan gone? There we are. Yeah, cost index was 5, wasn't it? It was indeed. Ground temperature is definitely not 4. I'm not quite sure where it's got that from. Trop was 47375. Get the winds. Check the IRS. Lovely, that's all aligned. And we're cruising at 36. Page controller, thank you for the follow. Night power as well a little while ago, thank you, mate. So 3-4 left. Is it the Darth departure? We'll check the coding of this because I need to be certain that it's correct. And then into Jackson Hole, it's the ILS Zulu 19. There are no stars available for this airport actually, but it comes in via the VOR, the Delta November Whiskey VOR, if that's in there. Right, it's not showing there. Let's have a quick look at the chart, see if we've got any more information.
Boarding pass, please.
Right, okay, yeah, so initial approach fix, Delta November Whiskey, that's in our flight plan anyway. Oh, actually I think Moss is in our flight plan. I think we're coming in via Moss. Let me just double check that. Oh, actually, we're not. So, in that case then, it'll be Delta November Whiskey, and then after Delta November Whiskey, we'll come in via Zibiv, which is here. Right, let's just check the coding. As I say, we're not in a part of the world I'm familiar with, so I want to check that that is all correct. So the departure then, yep, there's that 5934 before turning direct to Ankara, and then it's KU Hender. Oh, is there a Shik first? Oh yes, no, it's not Hender. Hender is a different departure. So it's Shik, then Yami, then Darth. And then if we come up here, just to check what the arrival looks like.
This way.
There's that discontinuity, which we can just get rid of.
Good morning.
Organ Aviator, your the channel membership is linked to your YouTube account, and then your YouTube account needs to be linked on Discord, and then it's all done automatically. Just check that's correct. Yeah, there we go. And that, yeah, this is the approach in and around the terrain, which will be great. Terrain radar is working on this aircraft, which is good. Wouldn't want it not to be honest, for this flight. So that's 385 miles, and I've got 389 miles in the box, so that's good. Pitch Control says, didn't know we streamed to watch it on YouTube. We do, yes, yeah, not as much as I would like, sadly, but we do indeed. Wake Vortex says we got the wrong tropo in there, did we? What was it meant to be? 47375. What did I put in? 47380. Oh, it's just been rounded up. That's okay. Okay, so. That's fine. Radnav page. Have to leave that blank. We can hard tune Denver if we really want to. That's done. Right, so flight plan's good. Radnav page is done. Let's do our weights and balances. Have we got those from the ground crew?
May I see your boarding pass?
There we go. So just accept that. Alright, so fuel is 31.5.
This way, please.
Oh, what am I doing? 55.4. Try that. 31.5. So that's our 0 fuel 8 CFG. Fuel alternate is 2.5 tons. Our takeoff CFG is 29.6.
Hello.
And our takeoff weight, once we pot our block fuel in, 3.4 tons. That doesn't seem very much. That doesn't seem very much at all. Zero fuel weight is correct, isn't it? 55.4, yeah.
Good morning.
Right, okay. That doesn't seem like much at all. Cross-reference the distance. That was correct.
Hello.
And we're taking 7 tons of fuel.
Welcome on board.
Which gives us a takeoff weight of 62.2. That's correct according to the operational flight plan with the extra fuel, so that's fine.
Welcome on board.
Alright, well, as long as that's all present and correct, that's okay. I know we've got enough fuel to get there and get back if we had to for some reason. Gives us a takeoff weight of 62.2.
Please.
Accept that. And now onto the performance calculations. So,
Hello. Welcome on board.
Jim, have I still got the tropo wrong? What have I done there? Oh, thank you. And they want to fly aircraft with only one pilot in it. No. Right, takeoff performance calculation. So, 3-4 left, it is indeed drive. flaps 1, no need for toga, anti-ice, packs will be off, and our takeoff CFG is 62.2. Aircraft's loaded. 29.6. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Is oh no, that's right. 29.6. In section data. Oh, we've only got full length there. That's fine. I'll use full length, and we'll take full length for our departure, which gives us 353537. Transition altitude, yeah, 18,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration values, I'm going to leave those as they are. I don't actually know what they are for for this airport, or what SOPs the airline use, so we'll just leave those. And flaps 1, flex is 58. Fine. Cal, why have the packs off? That's just an airline operating procedure. I don't know what United actually do, but the airline we usually fly for does have packs off, and that's basically what we're doing. It gives more performance to the engines, basically. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Right, engine out procedure for this airport. Well, if we haven't got one, which we haven't, best thing to do is go and have a look at the approach chart for this runway. And what's the go around? Left turn, hold at Hygen. So we'll go to our secondary flight plan, copy the active, and just type in we'll hold at Hygen. Inbound is 306, and it is right turns. Okay, leave that as it is. Actually, no, I will just pop in back to Denver. But I don't know what runway that one's on, so I'll leave that blank for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board United Continental flight from Denver to Jackson. My name is Gavin, and I am the captain of this flight. We are currently preparing for departure, and we will be taking off shortly. Thank you for choosing United Continental. Enjoy your flight.
Final launches come through with the takeoff weight 622, that's fine, and final figures 31.5, 26.2, is that right? 31.5,
Ladies and
26.2.
gentlemen, welcome on board.
Yeah,
My
that's
name
fine.
is Eastbirds Lee, and I am the cabin crew member on this flight. We ask that you please fasten your seat belts at this time and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones. Smoking is prohibited for the
Right,
duration of the
start
flight.
the APU.
Thank you for choosing United Continental. Enjoy your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking again. Our flight today will take approximately 1 hour and 1 minute. The weather in Jackson is clear. We expect a smooth flight with a small chance of light turbulences. Please relax and enjoy the flight.
Hey, Flying Cube, good to have you back. Okay, so we are fully briefed, we know where we're going, we know what we're doing. We're going to contact ATC in a moment, just check, see if the ATIS has changed. We have information Foxtrot, and information Foxtrot is still current. ZBs, the cabin crew is from an add-on called Cabby, an AI add-on. Is it worth it, ZBs? That's personal opinion, I think. I can't help you with that. Right, so just check our fuel is all loaded. Yeah, we've got 7 tons. Is that all balanced as well? Yes, it is. That's fine. Right, so we'll get the fuel pumps on. APU is up and running, so external power, that can come off. APU bleed can come on as well. Seatbelt signs on. We'll give the packs just another minute or so. Not too long though, I don't want the passengers to boil.
Shortly after takeoff, we'll start serving snacks and drinks. You can find our Sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you.
And let's tune to Denver ground then. 12185. Okay, before we go any further then, cockpit preparation checklist, and so our aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7 tons, balanced. Steeple signs are on, ADIA is 3 now green, and our QNH is 3026, and that's 5,380. Which seems very strange to me, because I'm always flying at an airport which is a maximum of about 300, 400 feet off the ground. If it's 1,000 feet off the ground, I'd consider the oxygen masks. Right, let's give them a call. Denver ground, good afternoon. United 2064, stand Bravo 22, A320 with clearance information Foxtrot, and we're ready for push and start.
No, 2064 Denver ground, squawk normal.
And squawking more Charlie now for you, United 2064.
No, 2064, thank you. Thanks for Foxtrot, push and start approved. The straight back stop at the first line, call for taxi.
Straight pushback approved, and when ready, call for the taxi, United 2064. Right, I think GSX can do as a straight pushback, can't they? At least I hope they can. Beacon light on.
November 201 Zulu Alpha. No further ATC, CTAS 124.3, frequency change approved.
November 201 Zulu Alpha, thank you.
We'll get the CTAF frequency in the standby now.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, the before start checklist then. So our parking brake is on. Takeoff data has been confirmed by you guys. Windows are closed. EFB is on flight mode. Doors are closed and armed as indicated by the slide. And the beacon light is on.
Locking gear.
Just remembered we hadn't put the packs on. I bet it's very warm now. Right, straight push, and we'll do a manual stop.
Release parking brakes, please.
And parking brakes released.
Hello, Denver ground, Southwest 173 with your request to start with
All
information
engines
Foxtrot.
start at will.
Alpha 1738, Denver ground, thanks for Foxtrot, push and start
Nozzle
approved.
steering
Straight
is
back,
disconnected,
stop at the first line,
so
call
we're
taxi.
good to start. Engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. Of course, we're on IAE engines today.
1738, Denver ground, push and start approved. The straight back stop at the first line, call for taxi.
Push and start approved, call for taxi, 1738.
Zeebs, I do like Cabby, yes, very much so. Ada, I find the Phoenix update does seem to be performing a little bit better. Yeah. Hey, Captain Agent W, hope you're doing well. Here's the first line, so we'll get GSX ready to stop. So we'll stop there. Hopefully GSX will play ball now and complete the pushback properly. Bring, do I prefer Beyond ATC or Say Intentions?
Parking brakes.
Ooh, that's a tough question. Parking brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Engine 1 available. Hey, Chris Hogg. Good to see you, Chris. So engine 2's happy and available. Let's start engine 2. Sorry, engine 1's available. Starting engine 2. Cal, which Denver is this? This is just the... this is default. Default Denver. Which is a handcrafted airport, but obviously it's a Zobo, so it's not going to be as good as Payware.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct...
Special Aircraft Mission Golf, turn out number 3025.
There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit
Left is
closest to
clear,
you. Note
right
that the nearest
is
exit
clear.
may be behind you. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with
Mark says starting engine 1 first. Yeah, proper EasyJet start sequence. They're not old habits, they're current habits.
Leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats, and emergency lighting will lead you
Right,
to your closest.
ground crew's waving at us, took
We
us
ask that
out
you
of the
make sure
way.
that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
Just watching the engine 2 parameters. There we go, that's available. So, what was our final 6-2, isn't it? Lovely. So, get that off. We can get the APU bleed off, APU master. That can come off. And we want spoilers, rudder, flaps 1, and the trim. Probably about where it was anyway, to be fair, so that's fine. Now I have to start checklist. So anti-ice is obviously off. It's boiling. 32 degrees. Ecam status is checked. Pitch trim is 26.2, and the rudder is neutral. Okay. Right, let's see where we're going. United 2064, ready for taxi.
United 2064, runway 34 left, taxi via Alpha November, Foxtrot, Whiskey Alpha.
Alpha November, Foxtrot, Whiskey Alpha, 434 left, United 2064. Okay, so that is Alpha November, which is where we said, and then we're going down Foxtrot, so that's to the end, turn left, disregard that. And then after Foxtrot, it's yeah, Whiskey Alpha. So yeah, that's where we briefed, isn't it? Lovely. Right, cancel the master caution and disregard that ECAM. We can clear it. Beautiful. Okay, taxi light on. Oops, auto brake to max. The weather radar's on, even though they don't work. Right, let's go. Pring, how do I remember the readback so easily? Ah, who said I remembered it? The pen is your best friend. No one should fly without a pen. Even in real life. Right, so Alpha November is actually all the way back here. Flying cube, no, the charts are not. I just keep forgetting to remove them, sorry. Although, at least you've got a reference now as to where we're going. So that's good. So I'll wait till we're on the long and straight and then we'll do the usual stuff. So that's our brake check. Okay, so we've got no change to our performance. Engine out procedure is standard. Then it'll be a left turn into the hold we've got in the secondary flight plan. We will hold at 10,000 feet actually if we need to. And then departure is straight out, climb via the SID. And yeah, we've got our initial climb at 17,000 feet. Nothing there, nothing there. See what he's saying about some interesting terrain bumps at the default Denver. Wouldn't want to fall off this taxiway. Hey, Chris Phillips, how are you doing?
Denver Tower, Southwest 1730, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1738, runway 8, taxi via Bravo. Correction, Charlie Sierra Mike.
Right, I can see an aircraft on
Taxi
final.
via Charlie Sierra Mike.
So I just need to make sure we take the right taxiway here, don't we? Which is that this one? Yes. Okay, taxi checklist. So we'll do the flight controls in a moment. So just concentrate on where we're going. This now takes us straight to the runway. So I'm happy to do the taxi check, the flight control check now. So we'll go full left, full right, and neutral.
Yeah, 2064, no further ATC. The CTAF frequency 124.3, frequency change approved.
124.3. Thanks for the service, United 2064. Bye bye.
And you had 2064, are you on YouTube?
We currently are, yes.
I knew I recognized the voice.
Thanks for the ATC. Speak soon.
Okay.
Right, let's just change frequency 124.3. Let's continue the flight checks. So we're going up, full down, neutral, and then let's do the rudder. Full right, full left, and neutral. Good, good. So, taxi checklist flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1 confirmed. FMA, we've got climb nav blue 152, 10,000 magenta. Radar predicted wind shear is on. ECAM memo, takeoff, no blue. And our EFP is stowed. How is it they've still not fixed that bug where using the right hand mouse button to pan around, you still can't see anything? Well, it's not so much you can't see anything, it just gets in the way, doesn't it? You can, it locks your controls. Chris, this flight tonight, it's only an hour. Not long at all. Hey, Katie Pilot. Good to see you. We're in a strange part of the world tonight. For me, anyway. Okay, that approach path looks clear. Not heard anything on comms. Okay, I think we're good. Denver traffic, United 2064, lining up runway 34 left via Whiskey Alpha. Alright, lights on. What's that? Oh, that's side stick. Cancel master caution, disregard ECAM, clear ECAM. Packs off. Katie, is it an EasyJet charter? Oh, how much would they charge for this? What we should have done, for anyone who's been following of recent events at Manchester Airport, we should learn how to fly the 747 and grab the Atlantic livery? Atlas, sorry, Atlas. They've been ferrying football teams around, haven't they, for the last couple of days. 2 747 passenger jets at Manchester, how rare. My son was gutted when I said no, we can't go and see them. Personally, I'd quite like to have gone, but I didn't tell him that. Right, takeoff, lineup checklist, sorry, so cabin is secure, takeoff runway is 34 left confirmed, full length, TCAS TRA and packs 1 and 2 are off. Let's go. And so, takeoff, start the chrono. So for the IAEs, it's advanced to 0.5 to make them stable, which isn't much at all. That's enough. Okay. Man flex, SRS runway auto thrust blue. Knots. V1. Rotate. How long's this runway? Positive climb. Gear up. Nav. First climb, SRS. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Pack 1 back on. This departure feels rather sluggish. It's no problem though, we're going to hit all the constraints. As you can see on the navigation display, with a level of here, we want to be 10,000. We're climbing via the SID as instructed. That's S speed. All looks fine. So, flaps 0. Spoilers disarmed. Why is the strobe light not on? I do think Parallel 42 with their SMFX have nailed the heat blur. I think that looks really good. Dylan Trop, yeah, no, absolutely right. As we said earlier, I'm not used to flying at this altitude. You never get this high in Europe. Well, not where A320s go. So everything is just a little bit steadier. So we're going to move over to Unicom now, as we're moving away from
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Denver. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff. Thrust climb, climb. And 11,000 magenta. So, obviously it's interesting. We'd normally turn the seatbelt signs off at 10,000 feet, but 10,000 feet is normally, you know, roughly 10,000 feet above the ground. Denver is 5,500 feet, so I'll wait till we get to 15,000 and then we shall we'll get those off. We can ding the cabin crew though, and let them know cabin crew's released.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated while we climb to our cruising altitude. We will be starting our in-flight service shortly. You can find our sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you.
So flight level 360 is going to be fine. We've got no ATC, so let's just plump for that early on. I'll pop that into open climbs, so let's set standard pressure, open climb 360 blue. Hey Bobby G. Yeah, I will definitely be flying the A350 when that comes out. Love that aircraft. In fact, we'll leave the standby on local pressure till we get to 18. Boy, I can see why it's so hot. Hardly a cloud in the sky, is there? King Cliff, hello. Red Bull Hawk, thank you for the follow, and welcome to WAF Pilot and Nishan747 as well over on Twitch. Hope you're doing well, guys. Thanks for the follows. I love the crop circles that you get here in the US. You don't get them in, well, I don't know about Europe, but you certainly don't get them here in the UK. Flying over the UK, you look down, everything just looks like a patchwork quilt. Hey, Jordan B, good evening to you. So you can see that terrain over to our west, just rising a little bit. So it's not long flight time, but I'm really looking forward to this approach, because the approach just, from what I've seen on the charts, looks awesome. There we go, crop circles.
As you can see, the seatbelt sign has been turned on. You may now move around the cabin, but we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
So apparently, from what I've seen, United actually fly a variety of different aircraft on this route. They fly A319s, A320s, and I think they fly a smaller one as well. I don't know if they fly a CRJ or something like that. But we don't talk about CRJs on this channel. Chris says, yeah, because they basically have a circular watering system, don't they? Like a pole in the middle and it just, yeah, waters around. It makes sense. Right, so flaps, spoilers, gear, landing lights, they can all come off now. Taji must have nearly 10 hours. You're finally approaching his destination. A nice sunrise over Cairo. I'm touching my wooden desk in the hope you don't get a crash to desktop now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting our in-flight service. We'd like to remind you that we accept card payments as well as cash. You can find our sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you. Please remain seated while we serve you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask one of our cabin crew members. Thank you.
Get airports on the EFIS then. So we're above 10,000 feet. So RadNav page we can clear out. Might as well put K-Jack in there now. It is runway 19, I think, isn't it? Costinix of 0. And copy the active flight plan. Oh, Jordan, mate, gifting an EasyJet's invite channel membership. That's awesome, Jordan. Thank you so much. Really kind of you to support us, mate. James says he works in flight dispatch, producing the operational flight plans. Oh yeah. I'll not ask if they. I'll not ask if they look like mine. Even though we're flying with. Even though we're flying for United in America, we're still on the easy OFP because I understand it. Pring, I don't use the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, I'm afraid. So I wouldn't be able to help you with that. I fly the Airbus all the time, so I've got the Airbus, the Thrustmaster Airbus Captain's Pack, basically. Works very well. Awesome, right, well, we are indeed on our way. Can't wait to see this arrival. And apparently the scenery as well of the airport, they've done an awesome job at Jackson Hole Airport. We'll see that obviously when we get there. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please do hit the like button on the stream if you're watching on YouTube. And if you do want to grab this airport that we're flying to, you can use our discount code down at the bottom of the screen there, because you can get it from our partner Contrail and the Contrail store. Save yourself some money. Remember, it's a one-time use code only, so the more you throw in your basket, the more you save, basically. So let's have a quick look. Estimating to be there in, yeah, just under an hour. That does look awesome, doesn't it? So which mountains in the US are these then? They're not the Appalachians, are they? Say, my American geography is rubbish. Are these the Rockies, Chris? These are the Rockies. How many different mountain ranges are there? There's the Rocky Mountains, there's the Appalachians. What? Are there any more? Yeah, flying cube, I'm like you. He says, I think they're the Rockies, but he's European, so he doesn't know. I'm European and wouldn't even need to, wouldn't even be able to have an educated guess. I'm just not educated enough. Chris says the Appalachians are in the east. You can see them from your house, Chris. Oh, nice. Havoc says Jackson Hole is in the Teton range. Teton? Am I saying that right? Too many to count. Chris Morgan's Blue Ridge, Shenandoah Valley. Oh, the Shenandoah. That's a really, really long river, isn't it? There's a very famous song, isn't there, called Shenandoah? So we're going to have a look at our arrival and plan this, because doesn't look straightforward, not in a bad way, it's just there's things to think about. When you see an arrival with this amount of brown on a Jefferson chart, you know you're going to want to be confident in what you're doing and where you're going. To be fair, a lot of it can be flown, descend via the star. These step down approaches, they're quite common in the US. So ideally what we could do, or should be able to do, is we can get to 11,000, wind 8,000 into the altitude window, put it in for managed descent, and it should be fine for us until we pick up the ILS ourselves. Basically, a CDA approach is not what we're going for here. But yeah, looks fun. Imagine doing this on a bad day. No circle to lands. Oh no, you can't. Sorry, you can do it, but category A, B, C not authorised east of the runway. Category D aircraft can't do it at all. This approach requires minimum climb gradient of 2 to 5 per mile. That's fine for us with our two engines. Hey Pete Musley, good to see you. But yeah, that looks interesting. Please do not authorised for arrival on Delta November Whiskey VOR airway radios clockwise. Okay. What we probably need to do is check that all of those altitudes that we can see on that chart actually match up with what we've got in the box. So let's have a quick look. Where does it begin? So Zibev, we need to be able up 11,000. Zosov is 9.8. Yeah. Wormu 8.7. Yusku is 8,000. Yeah, that's fine. And that's where we pick up the glide slope. And it's an all 3-degree glide, so that's nothing out of the ordinary. The go around is what is it? Climb to 6.9 on the runway track, then a right turn to 14,000. Outbound on the Jacksonville 192 radial to the Kink intersection. I would imagine that though will be... yeah, they are. It's all there. Chris, flying Gatwick to... that's either going to be... that's one of the Milan airports. there's a character missing. Yeah, so I think just to make a plan with that, we're 2,000 feet from cruise, but to make a plan with that, 11,000 feet at Zibiv, green dot as well there, and then just looking at the distances. Look at the distances between those at the bottom. So you're looking at losing about 1,200 feet between them, and you've got about 4 miles between those first 2-3 waypoints. So that's fine. You can comfortably lose 1,000 feet in 3 miles. So I'm reckoning green dot at the Dunor VOR, and then flaps 1 as we get to Zibiv, flaps 2 as we start to go down, 180 knots, flaps 2 with the drag. That will get us down pick up the ILS at Wormu, and then we're good. Now all we have to do is fly it. Elliot Woodford, good evening. Says he's been getting his head around the F-28 the last few days. Bit of a relic, but a great aircraft for city hopping. I went inside an old Fokker 100 the other day. I remember them KLM flying those into Manchester regularly when I was a teenager. All right, I might have been a bit younger than that, but. Yeah, I also remember them flying in the Fokker 50s as well. I don't know if they ever flew the 27s in there that I remember. And I'll bet, Elliot, it's still easier to fly than the CRJ. Right, we are at 36,000 feet, so I'll cruise, that's at TCAS 2 below. Go through our SC pages. Start with the engines. Oh, good. Fine. Pressure's fine. Electrics are fine. Hydraulics are fine. That up to 7 tons. That's fine. APU's fine. Do you reckon everyone's a bit cold now? Tough. They're fine. All systems are fine. Ignore the side stick. Although that's worth bringing into our brief. We're going to get that flash up on the ECAM as we begin our descent, so we will need to clear that. Anything on the overhead? Nah. All good. Good. Lovely. So, what's our landing weight going to be? 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 59. Alright, our landing weight is probably going to be about 60 tons then. So, if we have a look at the arrival page, we're on runway 19. Let's grab the latest METAR. It's dry there, of course. Wind's variable. Landing weight 60. Looks like auto brake medium is going to be needed. And full reverse. It's not a long runway, this, is it? 1882. Sorry, 1920. Landing distance required is 1882. Yeah, we can get in. It's not going to be flaps 3. So flaps 4, medium auto brake. Pop that on now. So, navaids, we've got the Jacksonville VOR. We've also got the Delta November Whiskey VOR. So they are tuned. Progress page, that's fine. Cost index back to 5. QNH there is 3032. Temperature there is 23. That's a lot cooler, isn't it? That's just a nice temperature. And wind is variable at 3 knots. Minimums 6651. That seems incredibly high, but it is just 200 feet above ground. And config full. Approach speed 134. That's fine. So what was that QNH? Just missed it again. 3032. Shut up. Right. Can enjoy the barren landscape now for a little bit. Polydeco, is that an add-on on the screen where we've got all the info? No, it's just the Fenix tablet. So the Fenix A320's tablet, you can, you can actually cast to an external device. So I basically use an iPad for this, and then I basically cast my iPad onto the stream. So anyone can use it on any tablet that you've got lying around, even a phone if you wished. Sean Duff, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. Not a cloud in the sky. Chris, question. How can I change the cost index to 0 after takeoff? Is it mandatory or personal preference? It's mandatory depending on the airline you fly for. It's an airline operating procedure, Chris. United probably don't do it, but it's one the Orange airline does. Oh, Pilot Jacob, you mean at the top of the stream? Ah, that's Fly Live Studio. That is basically a streaming overlay from Fly Live Studio. So I can't see that. Only you guys can see that. So just whilst we're in the cruise, once we've landed at Jackson Hole, we'll have a little look around. And then...
We are now starting our in-flight shopping service. Today we highly recommend our special offer. Instead of 3 perfumes for the price. We also have a wide selection.
Don't want to interrupt the PA.
Purchase, like souvenirs, cosmetics, and snacks. You can find our shopping catalog in the seat pocket in front of you. We accept card payments as well as cash.
Nick Burrows particularly likes our 3 for 2 offers on perfumes. Yeah, so once we've landed at Jackson Hole, we're going to have a look around at that scenery, see what it looks like. And then if you are one of our level 2 or level 3 VIP channel members, then stick with us, because we've got a VIP, we've got a member stream afterwards. Only a short one, but still nevertheless, as we like to obviously say thank you and give you guys something extra as well for supporting us. So I've got a bit of time this evening to do that, so really looking forward to that after this flight. A bit of flying and a bit of chatting. Oh, Chris, you're off to Naples. Nice. Love Naples. Great approach. Doesn't matter which runway you're coming in on, both of them challenging. You've got an offset approach on 06, and then you've got a lot of terrain and energy management thought needed as you get down on the ILS 24. I think it's 6 and 2-4 anyway, if memory serves. With Vesuvius on your left hand side. Is Etna still erupting, by the way, down in down at the bottom of Italy? That stopped all flights, didn't it, at Catania, didn't it? Kidrick, if you're having problems with your displays, you can change the way your displays are rendered in the Fenix app. Have a play with those, see if that alters anything. Every time I see a landscape like this and see how good it looks, my mind instantly jumps forward to November. What is Microsoft Flight Sim 24 going to look like? Hey Sav, good to see you. Are they going to be able to improve on it? I really do wonder. Jordan says he's got a vacation over to the Canaries next year. Must go see some volcanoes. I think Lanzarote is the best one for volcanoes. I have climbed up one of those. I climbed. that makes me sound far more adventurous than I am. Took a bus journey up one of them. But it is very, very impressive when you get to the top and they throw water down the basically a big hole in the ground, and give it 5 or 10 seconds, and then it just explodes with steam as it shoots back out. Kitra, before Microsoft Flight Sim, what was my regular sim? Oh, it was Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX. I've always been a Microsoft boy. Right, what's this that's come through? No ADC required. Fine. We were on time. Don't know what time we pushed back, but we weren't late. That's the main thing. Right, 173 miles and our departure starts. No, it doesn't. Our arrival starts. Jordan, hoping Jet 2 and their 321s are a comfy ride though. Well, yeah, and I think I've seen all of the A321s that Jet 2 have now, the Neos, and I know I've seen them all because my lad keeps ticking them off in his book. And what have they got? They've now got Sun A, Sun B, Sun C, Sun D, Sun E. I think they've got Sun G. I think Sun J is the latest one. Yeah, Golf, Sierra, Uniform, November, and then they're just working their way through the alphabet. Although I think they had to miss one because I think some private aircraft is registered with a similar registration, which messed up their sequence. Okay, let's just do sort of an official arrival brief then. We've skimmed over it a little bit, so here's how we're going to fly it. Plan will be we want to be aiming then for 11,000 feet at Zibiv, and obviously we can do all this in manage mode.
I just wanted to share some information with you. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 36,000 feet at a speed of 760 kilometers per hour. The weather in Jackson is clear, with a temperature of 19 degrees. The rest of the flight should be smooth. In case of any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our cabin crew members. Thank you, and enjoy the flight.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt myself, so let's carry on with the briefing. Yeah, so once we get to Dunor, we'll wind 8,000 feet into the altitude window. Let managed descent bring her in. Something we don't often do with the European stars, but the American ones we can do. Yeah, green dot as we leave Delta November Whiskey. Flaps 1 as we get to Zusov. Speed 180. Flaps 2 then as required all the way down. Pick up the glide slope. It's all 3-degree glides. That's fine. Let's just have a little look at some other information on the runway. It's a flaps full landing for us today. And then we've got... yeah, once we've landed, we'll probably get off Alpha 2, I'm reckoning. Alpha 1 if it's a long landing. Aircraft that fail to touch down within the first third of the runway sometimes fail to stop on the runway and are at risk of a runway excursion. Okay, well, that's just an excuse for me to slam her in and not butter the landing today. That's fine. It's almost given me permission to slam her in today then, isn't it? And then yeah, so vacating to the left once we're in. Let's have a look at the go-around procedure. Just get that clear in our minds. So the go-around altitude is 6,900, and then right turn climbing to 14,000. So 14,000 will go in the altitude window, but once we're at 6.9, then it's a slight right turn, and we're direct to the Kickney, or Kicksney, whatever they want to call it, VOR, and then we will hold at 14,000. Threats then. Unfamiliarity with the airfield, a step-down approach, something we don't normally do, so we're going to monitor that closely. And we've just got terrain everywhere. There isn't anywhere where there isn't any terrain. So MSA is 12.7 to the east, and the northwest corner 14.9. Shouldn't, if we end up there somewhere though, something's gone very wrong. So yeah. It's a nice clear day though, VMC conditions, so we've got that going for us. Captain Colorado, we're going back to Denver. We are not. No. We do have another live stream continuing after this for our channel members. But no, we're not going back to Denver. Jones says, but there is a one-off lease tanker. Oh, the air tanker A330. Yeah, I've seen those as well. That would be very special. I don't know how good the air tanker 330s are, what they're equipped with inside or not. Old Novice is nervous now. Has a volcano walk scheduled in January of next year. Well, as long as it's not active. Or not. Not too active. When it's like this, you do question whether real-world weather's working, don't you? There's no clouds around anywhere, I don't think. Ah, and look at that. No contrail. And that is because we've got SimFX working for the Fenix, and it means that only when conditions are right, we actually get contrails. You'll have noticed if you're looking up into the sky on certain days, not every day, even the high-flying aircraft at 37,000 feet will give you a contrail. Top of descent is in about 60 miles or so. And we can see that range of mountains beneath us. You can also see it on the navigation display as well. And there's our airport, actually. There it is. There's a max speed of 230 knots as well when we get to the Dumois VOR. Switch this one on as well. Pick up Jacksonville in a bit. It's not Jacksonville, is it? It's Jackson Hole. Dylan, what was the tropo? I can't remember now. I'll have a quick look back at the OFP. 47. Yeah, 47. Nice and high. Sean, Tropical Storm Debbie affecting things in Florida. Is it? I've not seen any news or weather from that part of the world. Oh, I'm fed up with hearing the news here in the UK. It's just depressing at the minute. That's why I'm flying in America. Mind you, I'm sure Americans probably would say that their news isn't that much better either. Disco, aren't I a voice in Beyond ATC? I am, yes. I can be your co-pilot if if you really want. Oh, you're actually in Florida, where it is all calm currently for now. Well, that's good. Hope it stays that way. Hey, Roy Fountain! Welcome back, mate. Yeah, indeed. Good to see you back on one of our flights. Hope you're doing well. Again now, how's the CTAF working? Do we know if they are there to stay? Because it was temporary, right? Do you know what? That is a very good point. I was just going to stay on what's it frequency. Where would you even find the CTAF frequency? Oh, there, 118075. Right at the top of the chart. I suppose we better use it, hadn't we? I do understand why the USA want to try and introduce the use of CTAF frequencies. I think basically it's just because America has so many airfields and airports so close together. There's like one every 5 miles, so Unicom could just be an absolute mess in populated areas. Vince, what is CTAF frequency? So the CTAF frequency is basically, I forget what it actually stands for. Don't use it. But it's basically just like Unicom, but for specific airports. So each airport has its own specific like Unicom frequency. It'll be something traffic airfield frequency or something like that. Yeah, Flying Cubes just said the same. It's basically Unicom for a specific airport. What does CTAF stand for? Someone let me know, please. Curious now. Common Traffic Advisory Frequency. There we go. I think I got traffic and frequency right. Roy, when you are on SimBrief, how do you set up your call sign? So there is your flight number, and then there is the call sign, and there's actually a box for call sign on SimBrief. The flight number and the call sign are usually two different things. The flight number only uses 2 letters, so for EasyJet, the flight number begins U2, and then for British Airways it begins BA. But the call signs are different. The call sign for EasyJet is EZY if you're flying the British branch. For British Airways it's BAW. So it's the difference between the 2-digit code and the 3-digit code. And call signs are the 3-digit code. Right. Well, that's top of descent. Let's get down. I'm going to pop it into managed descent. There we go. Descent 180 blue. I'll go 190 blue actually. And thrust idle, there we go. Trade and do an RNAV approach. No, we're doing the ILS. To be fair, there's not much difference between the two here. Just the minimums. But as the weather's good, it makes very little difference. It's actually going between the two, that's right. Wise Hat, good evening. Oh mate, thanks for that. Hope you're enjoying this one. Right, down we go. Straight down over the terrain beneath us. It's very brown out there, isn't it? Right, I'm going to pull speed and we're going to descend 270. It's a good descent speed. Wise Hat, this is definitely not EasyJet. No. We wouldn't be flying to Jackson Hole from Denver in EasyJet colours. We've taken a different bird out today. Well, no. Same bird, different dress. Oh, look at the pollution. That's not a contrail, that's just a dirty jet. You can just see that in the back. That's quite neat. Sim effects doing little things like that. You can get sim effects as well from our channel partner, Contrail. Get it with the discount, of course. Definitely worth writing that down next time you want to make a purchase for any add-ons. Get them cheap then. Sean says, completed my first full flight with the 777 last week, Glasgow to Dubai. And also quite pleased that you got a decent landing. The Simplade ball as well. I must say, the 777 is quite nice to land.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our descent into Jackson. Please follow the instructions of the cabin crew as we prepare for landing. Thank you.
I sounded far too happy in that PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard from our captain, we are starting our descent into Jackson. Please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened and your seat back and tray table are in the upright position. We will collect any remaining service items in a few minutes. Thank you.
Disco Jaden says there's specific Unicom frequencies. I didn't know that. Only in America, and they're called CTAF frequencies, the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, which is basically Unicom, a specific Unicom frequency per airfield. So yeah, and it's only the USA that is currently trialling that out. Don't know how long the trial's going to last, man. Right, at the moment we're on profile, that's working nicely. We're going to have to keep an eye on this. We don't want to let the aircraft start getting high, because if we're high and fast, this approach won't work. Let's keep an eye on our energy management all the way down. See how we get on with it. Sean, I think everybody hates the sound of their own voice, don't they? It always sounds different, doesn't it? Everybody's voice sounds different on recording to how you hear it in your own head. Now, looking at this, our airport is down there somewhere, which makes it understandable why they call it Jackson Hole. It literally is in a hole. Chris, does Naples have an ILS? Yes, it does, Chris. If you're on 06, it is an offset ILS though, so you get to disconnect and hand flyer in. Okay, so if we just have a look at the chart again, you can see we can safely get down to we can safely be down to 12,800 feet at the Delta November Whiskey VOR. So that's what we're going to wind in now. In fact, I might just make it 13. So that then will be the local pressure for that. And let's just pull speed. No. Sorry, we've already pulled speed, pull altitude, put her into open descent, so we're now thrust idle, open descent, and 13,000 blue. If we're not going to catch this up, in open descent we'll wind that speed up just a bit more, and that will increase the aircraft speed by increasing its rate of descent. It's actually would I take the A320 over the 73? Oh god, yes. Anyone in their right mind would do that. Speak to you next time, old novice. Chris Hogg, runway 24, that is just a normal ILS approach, so it's not offset. Could auto land if you really wanted to. Now, of course, remembering the altitude of our airport, which is about 6,500 feet, so really need to keep that in my mind. We should have briefed that actually as part of the arrival brief. So the fact that it is so high up, remember 16,000 feet is about 10,000 feet. (10,000 feet AGL, that is. And it looks like, as we can see from the navigation display, that's going to work nicely. We'll look like we're going to level off at 12.8. I don't know if that's actually listed as a constraint on here. Oh, it's not actually. Get the constraints on. So I don't want to be sort of slowing down at 10,000 feet because that's going to be too late. I want to be starting to slow down at 16,000, so we're going to wind the speed back to 250. Landing lights out, all of that stuff. And now's a good time to get the seatbelt signs on. And we'll run the approach checklist. So Barra F, QNH is 2023, seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 6651. Auto brake is medium and our EFB is stowed. Tell you what, imagine doing this in really bad weather where you can't see the ground. Interesting. Igando, is there a way to force the aircraft to do a left or a right turn? Yes, with the heading bug. If you turn it, this is only Airbus, I don't know how Boeing works, but with the heading bug, if you turn it left, it doesn't matter if you turn it 270 degrees all the way over to the right, it will force the aircraft to go left. If you turn it right, it will force the aircraft to go right. So that's how you do it. Alright, speed 250. In fact, you know what? No. I'm going to push for managed speed, and I'm going to activate the approach phase, start slowing it down. Landing system is on, and India Juliet Alpha Charlie is identified. So I'm just utilising a bit of speed brake just to slow the aircraft down now. Not so much the altitude's not looking too bad. Just starting to dip below that profile slightly. Landing lights on.
Jackson.
Jackson Hole, Traffic United 2064, 5 miles to the east of the Duma VOR for the IELTS approach for 19 Zulu. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Ignition is now showing on the ECAM as per the way the IE engines work. I'm going to now pull speed. 180. And to help us get down, flaps 2, speed's checked, flaps 2. That will bring out that drag. Right, speed and descent. Although that's gone 8,000 blue, I wasn't expecting that. That is the platform altitude though, that will work for us. Clearly they're not hard constraints. So let's use VS then. And if we set VS, we can see the arrow moving. And we want 8,000 feet just as we get to Yusku. And you can just see that where there's an aircraft on final there, look. So that works for us. Speed brakes are now away. This really is a gorgeous approach, isn't it? Look at that.
And Jackson traffic Delta 2282, short final 19er Jackson.
That is beautiful. Kick off the thrust levers for the Airbus. They always remain in the climb detent if you're using auto thrust after you have departed. We'll only move those again about 30 feet from touchdown as we're landing. So there you can just see that glide slope actually just a tad beneath us. That's okay. If we need to, I can just increase that VS a touch. And at 1400, we should easily, on a 3-degree glide, pick that up. Just keeping an eye on that speed. Look, it's slightly above the targeted 180. As long as we don't approach the red band, we're fine. So that is now bang on profile. So what I can look to do is now just reduce that probably to about 800 on the VS. And that should more or less follow that all the way down between 700 and 800 feet for our speed. Okay, we're now on course to capture the ILS, so we will activate the approach. Alt glide slope, lock blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. And 13 miles out. Chris Hogmate, that is incredible. Thank you so much, Chris, for really generous support. Your £10 super chat saying thank you for all your help. Chris, anytime, and obviously you know where I am on email and things. But yeah, amazing. Thanks for that support.
2282, clear 19er on Alpha 1, taxiing to ground via Alpha, Jackson.
And Jackson Hole Traffic United 2064 is establishing ILS, runway 19 Zulu, and we are 11 miles out. Jay says he's having a problem saying the Phoenix can't find Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've seen a few people say this. It might be worth contacting the Phoenix team to ask if they've changed anything, because I've seen a few people saying that. I've not had the issue, so I'm afraid I don't know how to fix it. Kickoff says that's beautiful landscape. Oh no, Chris, you've had to crash the desktop. That's awful.
2,500.
Pilot Jacker, you don't use control. You don't use the constraints to descend to the managing altitude. No, you can do, but particularly in Europe, you very, very rarely do that. Right, so we're now 8 miles out. That is glide slope start, lock start. Go around altitude is 14,000, so we'll set that. Yeah, what an approach. Imagine this at sunset or something like that. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Right, 6 miles, manage the speed, gear down, spoilers armed. All our lights on. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Landing checks. Cabin secured. Go around altitude 14 and eco memo landing.
1,000.
No blue. 1,000 feet. Only just got them in. Okay, winds from the right. Autopilot R5 control. Okay. Stable. Just need to adjust that pitch a little bit then.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
Light slope. Light slope.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
Okay, spoilers, reverse. Decel. And manual brakes.
Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
Bit late for that. What a beautifully scenic airport. Wow, what a busy apron. Welcome to Jackson Hole. Do find there are some airports that you'd never ever think of going to or getting or purchasing, etc., but then sometimes you find just a little gem, a gem. And this scenery looks amazing. We've got really good weather today.
Your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you before you leave the aircraft. On behalf of the crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We hope you had a pleasant flight, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
Okay, so we need to obviously go to our main terminal. We have got the APU running. Clean the aircraft configuration up. I'll just start the timer as well. Make sure we've got 3 minutes between landing and shutting down. Ah, Cal, Aspen is a gorgeous approach. Don't think you can take the 320 though. Okay, we will take stand Papa 3. Callum, why 3 minutes from landing to shutting down? Just to reduce thermal shock. Same when starting them up. On single engine taxis, you need to give it 3 minutes for that second engine to be running. Don't want the metal getting too hot and too cold too quickly. And there we go. Beautiful. Welcome to Jackson Hole. Oh, really enjoyed that approach. We rarely get any scenery like that in Europe. In Europe, boring compared to things like that. Europe's not boring. There's awesome approaches in Europe, but just doing different kinds of approaches, it's great stuff. Okay, so we'd probably be safe because I started that timer as we were rolling off the end of the runway. We would reduce thrust to idle by then, so yeah, we'll probably shut that down and we'll be absolutely fine. Disregard that master caution. So APU is up and running. That is fine. Let's get a bit of bleed air on as well. Parking brakes are set, so let's get that. Shut down. Fuel pumps, they can all come off. Seatbelt signs. Yeah, and everyone can now deboard. Beacon light off as we're below 10%. It's not percent, is it? But that's down there. And GSX will do its thing. Awesome. Well, guys, let's have a little look at the airport then before we go anywhere. Frontier. Nice. That aircraft appears to be floating. Maybe that's just a different different scenery. Have I still got lights on? I have. Still got tax lights on. Turn them off. So, Jackson Hole. Oh, wow. Oh, that's neat. Is this going to be one of those airports where I can go and almost feel myself buying a bag of crisps? You know it's good when you've got the correct type of bins. We've got general waste and we've got recycling. Let's have a look. Obviously snowplows, yeah, I would imagine they're probably very much needed in a place like this. Ticketing. Nice. American Airlines, Delta, United. So that's where everyone's getting their tickets for my my next flight. Oh my word. What did I say about recycling? How happy would Greta be with this? That is awesome. Love that. Let's take a little bit of a walk. Enterprise, National, Avis. Cal says, I believe this airport is run by the National Park Agency. That would explain it then. It seems like it's very easy though to just go straight through the doors and out onto the apron. Surely it can't be that easy. There's got to be some security somewhere. Got baggage reclaim. Baggage services. Toilets. They haven't modelled the toilets. I'm sure they haven't modelled the toilets. I've never seen toilets modelled in any flight simulator scenery. That'll be interesting. Ooh, what have we got on the PC desks? It's pretty decent. I like the fact they've even got a radio there. That's cool. Bearskin. This is really neat. Bear spray rentals. Bear spray. Haha, nice. Marketplace. Yeah, so what can we get? Anything good? What takes your fancy? Oh, love it. Nice juice. Makes a change from Starbucks, doesn't it? Callum says he thinks the Nairobi scenery has toilets modelled. Really? Oh, is that our Denver flight? What were we? We were 2064. Oh, it's not on there. That would have been awesome. Yeah, that would have been brilliant if that had been on there. That is really cool. I like that though. What do you think, guys? Thumbs up for this scenery? Is it nice? Remember, you can get this from our channel partner, the Contrail store. A discount code there at the bottom for you if you wish. They're not modelled inside all these buildings either, have they? No, no. No one's bothered about office buildings. This is great though if you're doing some private flying. Imagine VFR flying around here. That's very, very, very nice. Really good. I like it. So guys, there we are. That's your lot for Jackson Hole. Hope you've enjoyed that. Okay, so this stream shall be ending, and then our VIP member stream will be starting in around 5 minutes once I've just set some stuff up. So if you are a level 2 or level 3 member, a captain or a training captain level member, don't go anywhere, and you'll find our next live stream starting in the next couple of minutes. I'm just going to grab myself a drink, and yeah, really looking forward to doing that one for you for the next hour or so. So yeah, awesome scenery, and definitely worth a shout. So thanks very much, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please don't forget to leave a like as you're departing our stream. I'm gonna disappear, sort our next stream out, and look forward to just kicking back, relaxing, and chatting with our awesome supporters. Thank you so much for that, guys. For everybody else, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on our next live stream. Of course, details will be posted on our Discord server as and when. And yeah, look forward to seeing you all again soon. Massive thanks to everyone who has supported us, our EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members as well, of course. Thank you so much to you guys for your continuous support. And over on Twitch and YouTube, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see the VIP members in a couple of minutes. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.